Hello Internet Creeps and welcome to a horror review. Today I watched The Good Neighbor, which came out in 2016, and when I read the description of the film I figured it wouldn't be that bad. You've got two high school dudes. You got Ethan, who is I guess supposed to be like the bad boy of the two, and then you've got Sean, who always looks like he's about to piss his pants. So, these two guys are spying on their hermit neighbor, and, they pretend that they are ghosts and they try to see his reaction or some shit for some project. And, when you read the description of the film, which I'll put in the description right there, found it on IDMB, it actually sounds like, hey, this is going to be a decent film. I can tell you by sitting through it like twice, because I had to, because the first time I lost all attention, and the second time I paid attention and actually, paid attention enough to do this little review. It's sort of a clickbaity description, it's kind of like those articles that you see pop up on Facebook and other social media. That's what it's sort of like. So you have this hermit neighbor who does like crazy things, like they make the door slam and he's like chopping the freaking door, like, Jack in The Shining, and they do make a Shining reference. I do have to give props for the Plan 9 poster and all the 50s sci-fi posters in the dude's room, just because I'm a nerd like that and I can appreciate that stuff. But, like, you sort of get flashbacks of the old man with his wife, and you start to realize why he's such, like, a hermit and such like that, and see, people thought he was crazy, but in actuality, he is having a hard time after losing his wife when she got sick. And that's what we find out at the end. Now, there is a little, I guess you could say it's like, there's a couple twists, and yes, as the disclaimer says, this review has spoilers in it just because there's really not too much to explain about this film, just because I feel like there was effort put into it, but yet a lack of effort. I think it could have been so much more than it actually is. But, oh dear. I went rambling again and forgot what the hell I was going to say. Yes. The two twists. It seems that Ethan's father had an altercation with his mother, and the neighbor somehow had an altercation with his father, and he is spying on him and trying to creep him out as a revenge sort of thing. And so Sean gets kind of weirded out with his obsession with this old man, and you find them in a courtroom, and you're kind of like, what the fuck is going on, guys? And it drops the ball that, you think that Ethan went and ended up killing this man. I don't know if I want to spoil the ending, but the ending, I have to say, is somewhat sort of kind of decent, but at the same time, not really. Some Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 18%, and IDMB gave it a 6.3 out of 10. My rating is a 3 out of 10, and maybe it's because I'm being way too harsh, I don't know, it seems to me like it was kind of refreshing that there was no dead bodies in this old man's basement, or he didn't have, like, girls against their will down there. Like, honestly, he was an innocent old man that was simply mourning the death of his wife, who he loved very much. And in the flashbacks, you kind of can't tell what exactly is going on until the near ending. So that is pretty decent going on there, because there's a woman that knocks on his door and says, you need to sign these papers, and here you go thinking that that might be his wife with divorce papers, and maybe he's just angry he's getting a divorce. You find out that's all wrong. However, like, it's kind of set up like a found footage thing too, obviously, because there's like cameras everywhere, and to me, like, that sort of style is getting overdone. It's kind of done its thing. It used to be actually quite interesting because it wasn't done a lot, and of course, Hollywood, and well, I think this was an independent film, but I've even noticed it a lot in the independent thing. Yeah, it's an independent film. I have notes. I took notes, guys. That's how dedicated I am to reviewing crap for you. Um, but even in the independent world, it seems like Hollywood and the independent world are just like, we are going to beat the dead horse of found footage. And so it's kind of losing its like creepiness. If this movie came out probably like in the early 90s and all the surveillance stuff was kind of new, I think it would be 10 times creepier. Um, but it's just like now, in real life we got Big Brother watching and our every move, and we're surveillance all the time. So it's like, okay, cool, let's spy on this old guy. And I don't know, it seemed to me like a thriller Lifetime movie. If you kind of get what I'm saying, that's the little bit of the cheese factor of this film. So if you want to check it out, you can. I found it on Toon Movie. But if you don't, that's cool too. I don't think I'll spoil the ending in this one. If you want to see it and find out if Ethan killed the man or not, I'll leave that up to you to see if you can make it to the end. So I give it a 3 out of 10. Again, I'm a little bit harsh because I actually want to find a movie that captures my interest and isn't overly done with CGI and stuff like that. If you have any recommends for any horror or thriller movies that you think that I need to check out and review, go ahead and comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you would like to, I do have a vlog channel that I started up. It's basically reviews on products and travel vlogs and like tag videos. I kind of want to keep that separate from Desdemona Productions, so you can also find the channel in the description below and subscribe there if you'd like to, and be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. We do follow back, we do respond to people, and thank you for your support and all that jazz. Hope you have a good one, and I will see you next time. Bye!